Coming up, Wawa police shooting. Why Virginia cops say an officer fired his gun at the convenience store overnight. The mall, it remains closed one day after the Great American State Fair ended. No word when people can again enjoy America's front lawn. What we know about the cleanup.
And at this hour on your Saturday evening, we still have some thunder and some lightning out there and some rain showers. We'll show you where it is on the radar scope and talk about tomorrow as well, all coming up.
Finding Relisha Rudd, a new TikTok series hopes to find clues into the girl's disappearance a decade later. And the price is right. How companies use AI to fix final costs. Did you see why? And the ways to stretch your dollar as calls for transparency into tech grows. Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Breaking news tonight, the U.S. military says they've launched fresh strikes on Iran after Iran said they struck a container ship in the Strait of Hormuz, which Iran says they consider closed again. U.S. Central Command says this is the third round of strikes against Iran this week. This comes after Iran struck what they called a vessel using an unauthorized route in the strait. U.S. officials say the ship suffered significant engine room damage and a civilian crew member is missing. Stay on top of that story as it develops. Police in Fairfax County say an officer shot a person who was armed with a knife at a Wawa convenience store overnight. Fairfax City Police says officers first went to the store on Fairfax Boulevard near the roundabout nearby right after midnight. Somebody was allegedly armed with a knife. They say once they got there, they saw a suspect just in front of the door and they were ordered to drop the knife. But police say they didn't, and they started leaving the Wawa while holding it. That's when an officer shot the suspect, who is in life-threatening condition. No bystanders or officers were hurt. In the district, police say a man was stabbed to death early this morning in Columbia Heights. Officers responded to 14th Street near Columbia Road just before 1 a.m. That's where they say they found the unidentified man with a puncture wound. No word on any suspect descriptions. Meantime, a man who was shot overnight reportedly ran to a fire station for help. Police say they first responded to Congress Heights in Southeast around 1:15 on Sterling Street. That's near Ballou High School. They told us no victims were found on scene, but a witness said a man left to get help at the hospital shortly thereafter. DC Fire says that man arrived and then medics took him to a hospital. Police say the shooting happened on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue, 2 blocks from where officers first showed up. Still no word on any suspect descriptions. A new 6-part TikTok series hopes to find Relisha Rudd. She's the 8-year-old girl who disappeared in D.C. more than a decade ago. The video series features interviews with Relisha's family, police, journalists, advocates. She was last seen in 2014 with a janitor she knew from a shelter where she was staying with her mom. Anyone with information is asked to come forward, and the FBI is still offering a reward up to $50,000. That's to anybody with information leading to her discovery. All right, we're going to take a live look outside right now. You know that the Great American State Fair wrapped up, otherwise the National Mall would have been lit up right now. More on the cleanup efforts and timeline in a moment. Right now to meteorologist Scott Sumner. Scott, I know that some storms have been popping up over the last couple of days. Is this going to continue into our Sunday?
Not really. We'll be seeing, I think, a reduction of any sort of storm activity as we go overnight into the first part of your Sunday. I don't foresee there being any action at this time tomorrow night, but we've had some thunder and lightning with this particular cell here over around the Poolsville area. Will be impacting you here coming up in about 15-20 minutes. It's moving to the south at about 17 miles an hour, so it's moving at a little clip. And yeah, it has some heavy rain, some thunder and lightning along Green Valley, along the I-270 corridor there, and a little further to the north and west. We're seeing no thunder and lightning here, just some moderate to steady heavy rain at times around Hedgesville and over towards the Greensburg area. And then down in Calvert County as well, we're looking at some rain here. Again, rain showers, moderate to heavy rain at times. This is what it looks like over the last several hours. As you can see, some of those storms dropping in from Pennsylvania. Will they reach D.C.? Well, some may. As you can see here, the one that's over by the Germantown area, or just north of Germantown, will potentially over the next 2 hours work its way into D.C. Outside of that, we'll talk more about tomorrow's forecast, which is looking improved, as well as the week ahead coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. How many Right now, the Great American State Fair is in the history books. It's wrapped up on the National Mall as of yesterday, but it remains unclear when the many fences, temporary buildings, and that Ferris wheel are cleared out. DC News Now's Dave Laval reports what message visitors have for organizers as curiosity grows when the mall will reopen.
Before the preparations got underway for the nation's 250th birthday, you could enter the National Mall from anywhere. But a week after the big celebration, access to the mall is limited.
Very inconvenient.
Thiani Mateo of New Jersey is not happy with her visit to the mall. Fences around it are the problem.
It was very convenient when we were able to go to the Lincoln Memorial through it, but with the fencing up, we have to go all the way around. So it's definitely better when it's not up.
Crews continue clearing away everything set up for last weekend's 4th of July festivities. There's a lot to be done as construction crews use heavy machinery for the job. That obviously poses safety risks to the public. The fences keep people out of those areas. While they understand the need to do that, visitors say the fences are distracting.
It's a big problem because everybody want to go over there to play. I don't know, but it's a big problem.
Fences also surround where the Great American State Fair took place on the mall. Crews take down the structures used in the event that wrapped up Friday. Neither Freedom 250 or the National Park Service responded to our request as to how long it will take to clear everything, and the fences are gone. Along the National Mall, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Dave. Well, the National Mall wasn't the only place that had a fair. The MLK Library in D.C. had a fair of their own today. This was transformed into a mini fairgrounds with games, live performances, a mini Ferris wheel as well. Treats and a lot of pride for Washington, D.C. Fun stuff. All right, a heads up to some parents in D.C. Yet another special curfew zone is in place this weekend. It started tonight at 8 o'clock. Large groups of kids are now not allowed to be gathered anywhere near the old RFK Stadium campus. That includes the rec fields nearby and the D.C. Armory. That area, the restriction, that's highlighted in yellow. It rolls into the citywide curfew, which goes until 6 in the morning. The White House is getting new pushback after a report indicated a permanent fence could go up at Lafayette Park nearby. Right now, there's temporary anti-scale fencing. That's not new. It's often used for major events like the 4th of July or for security reasons. But the Washington Post reports that the Trump administration is considering making it permanent along the north and south sides of the square. The White House says it would make it easier to shut down the park to the public when needed. D.C. House Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton has filed a bill in Congress that would prohibit that fence from happening. She says it's an important place for tourist and First Amendment activities. One local historic preservationist group we spoke to agrees.
People would come here with their placards, and if there's a threat of any violence, I get it. You fence it off. But most people are not in any way interested. They're into nonviolent, peaceful protests.
A White House official says there are no confirmed plans for a permanent fence, but they say the administration is always looking for ways to make the White House complex safer. On the move, Metro trying to ease very long lines commuters face to ride the Red Line this week. The buses, shuttles, they had to replace where people will get on the trains. 3 stations between Friendship Heights and North Bethesda, they're all closed for construction. The local shuttle bus at Friendship Heights now picks up passengers from Bus Bay K on Wisconsin Avenue. That is where the C83 and D96 buses usually load. Those Metro buses will now pick up around the corner on Western Avenue. Passengers boarding the express shuttle will get on in the same spot. There's a renewed crackdown on drivers in bus lanes, and during Metro's Red Line summer shutdown we just discussed, well, the designated stretch along Wisconsin Avenue on Route 355 are for those shuttle buses. Police say they are ready to ticket drivers between $60 in D.C. and upwards of $500 in Montgomery County if police stop you. They fined 8 drivers yesterday, 3 more for parking in the bus lane. People nearby have mixed reactions about the new crackdown.
I think that's a little bit steep. Yeah.
There are not that many buses back and forth, and the drivers using their lanes won't obstruct the buses, and it's just a normal way of driving.
I don't mind the bus lanes, but I think that the timing needs to be a little bit better. I don't think there should be a fine because this is only temporary.
We're told we can expect police to stop drivers in those bus lanes through the entirety of Metro's summer construction project. This ends September the 6th. A new report says fewer D.C. restaurants are shutting down, and they credit a policy the D.C. Council approved. The Restaurant Association of Metropolitan Washington reports business closures fell 43% compared to last year. Restaurant leaders say labor costs had surged lately, making it difficult for many to stay open. The Restaurant Association says the reform of Initiative 82 by D.C. Council, which slowed increases to the tipped minimum wage, is making a difference.
That's really been beneficial. I think it's a lot of predictability and stability in the market that we need when so many other factors are changing.
On July 1st, D.C.'s minimum wage increased to $18.40 an hour, and the tipped minimum wage increased to $10.30 per hour. With restaurants in D.C. still facing struggles to stay open, some local business owners say the Washington Summer Restaurant Week that is coming up could change the tide. Our Tusa Fakile takes a bite out of how owners are hopeful.
Restaurant weeks occur at a critical moment where restaurants desperately need folks to be in their restaurants in order to sustain and get over to the other side.
So you can think of Restaurant Week as a lifeline. It happens in August, a month experts say is one of the slowest and challenging times for restaurants.
If you are participating in Restaurant Week for the first time, that tells me that that maybe things are a little more challenging. Maybe you're trying to figure out different ways to bring in revenue, different ways to bring in additional foot traffic.
Leadership with the Restaurant Association of Metropolitan Washington says over the last few years, more eateries participate, and typically they have about 350 restaurants sign up.
It's like a spotlight for us. And I think that we're participating. We always participate. It helps an otherwise slow week be a little busier. It's not the cure-all, like it doesn't solve everything for sure in a slow month, but it's a great opportunity for restaurants to highlight what they're doing.
And so we anticipate that we will break another record this year.
Restaurant Week is August 24th through the 31st.
It is a very difficult and challenging time in August for restaurants, which is why we highlight it. We have the Indy race happening in August as well, around the same time. And so I think there's a lot of momentum and energy around what August will look like for our restaurants. It's just so important and critical for us to continue to support restaurants.
I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now.
Hopefully they get the support that they need. Coming up, AI is helping companies fluctuate the price you pay on everything from groceries to concert tickets. That's why we're helping you stretch your dollar to avoid being trapped. 9:13, a live look outside. Nation's capital looking mighty fine on the tail end of our 250 celebrations. Coming up, your full forecast from Scott.